Welcome back to Red Cedar Radar. I have a very special episode for you today. I have my very good friend Taylor on, and we are going to be doing an NCAA mascot bracket for you. We have scoured the internet to figure out every team in the March Madness bracket and their mascot. We've put together a list, and we're going to be comparing the two mascots and having each team from the first round, whichever mascot we think is best, move on, in the same fashion as the March Madness bracket goes to the second round. How are you today, Taylor?
Great. It's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me on. I look forward to selecting the mascots, selecting the winners as like your coworkers who have never watched any basketball do, based on the mascots. Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, let's get started right away. I'm ready to roll. First up, we're going to start with the South region. The South region, we have number 1, Alabama. They have Big Al. He's a giant elephant. He's cute as a button. Huggable versus Texas A&M Corpus Christi. And they have Izzy the Islander. There was some, what would we say, controversy about Texas A&M's former mascot. They have moved on to a new version of Izzy the Islander who's all blue. I think represents waves, but I'm not really sure. And he has just the biggest
He's a little bit
glasses.
of a dork.
Worst eyesight ever.
Not 2020.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even close to 2020 with this guy.
No. What is your, initial thoughts about these two mascots?
Elephants, right? They're strong, they're powerful, they're not known to be very aggressive, but they will protect their own, which I think will work well for Al in this matchup. I think he could use a little something in his trunk. It's a little deflated, might you say? It's slightly deflated. And Izzy, though, the old one might have been a little tougher, definitely more offensive. But this guy, he's more of a vibe than a fighter to me.
I think so too. I think those glasses get knocked off by one hit from Big Al, and he's done.
I think
he
so
can't
too.
say anything. It's a Velma
on
moment.
his knees looking for his glasses. You wouldn't hit a wave with glasses, would you?
My glasses.
I also think trunks, they're meant to suck up water. That's their whole thing. And if he's a wave, he's gone, right? He's just a puddle.
Yeah. It's done. Yep. All right, our winner, number 1, Alabama and Big Al, are moving on to the next round. Next up, we have number 8, Maryland and Testudo. First of all, I love his name. Versus number 9, West Virginia. They just have a man, a Mountaineer, a man in a costume.
I think Testudo is a pretty tough-looking turtle. It's got a pretty strong shell, which I think is the turtle's best quality, right? That's the thing that protects it the most. That's the reason it has it. It's its built-in armor. Yep. Really scary beak. It takes up, its entire head. It's little bird-like. I imagine it's a tough beak. It kind of gives off that, that snapping turtle energy. And then, as far as the Mountaineer, I think of him more as, football is where you see him the most, right? He has a gun.
Yeah. I think Testudo's no match for a man with a raccoon hat and a gun.
If there was a turtle, a big snapping turtle, they'll get stuck in the road and everyone in the neighborhood panics, goes in a big circle around it, oh, let's get a stick and push him off the side. How do we do it? I don't want to get too close. This guy's driving up. He has his raccoon hat. He's got his gun. Yeah. I don't know why he does, but he does. And he's grabbing that thing, just no fear, grabbing it, tossing it. Hello, the Mountaineer. Goodbye to fancy, great name, Testudo. It was an honor.
Yeah. Moving on, West Virginia to the next round. Up next, number 5, San Diego State. Another man, regular man in a costume. He Aztec warrior. He looks pretty fierce, has a shield, looks like quite a sharp spear. Versus number 12, Charleston. His name, he doesn't really have a name. His name's just Cougar.
You start with your thoughts on these.
I think Cougar stands no chance. He's a lover, not a fighter. And the Aztec warrior, I think he could just run at him yelling, and the cougar would be
yeah,
like, I'm done.
the one
I'm
guy
out.
eats, lives, breathes fighting, and Cougar eats, breathes, lives just love. And
Yeah.
so this man, he's not. I love him. I want to hug him.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Charleston someday, look at the beautiful homes with Cougar. Probably drive around in some sort of convertible.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like a convertible guy with the little quad hair he has. Yes, it's very much the hair.
He has that hair.
And I just hope we'd never run into the Aztec warrior because he's winning.
That's what I'm saying. Number 5, San Diego State and the Aztec Warrior are moving on to the next round. Okay, up next, one of these is my favorite. Number 4, Virginia has the Cavalier, and he's
Great
a good-looking
goatee.
guy. He's muscly as all heck, and and they will be facing number 13, Furman, who have the Paladin, which is like I think a type of knight.
Yeah.
He has a little bit less muscle, more of a dad bod look. And the purple, is a little bit fierce. He has those pointy eyes, but I don't know if he can be any
I did some
match
research.
for the
These
Cavalier.
type of knights were the knights of Charlemagne, which you'd think he's one of the best. So you'd think he would have some sort of interview process to get the best of the best. However, this one for Furman just doesn't seem to be the best of the best. He definitely has that dad bod you're referring to, and if you just look at the muscles, the ones that are right on like the side of the Cavalier, the ones that are just I don't know how you work those at the gym. I don't use those machines. He's got to show me. And then that goatee, like that's just intimidation. And then he probably at one point, I bet the knight gets a good this also, the sword battle between this, I would love to see it. These are two men that definitely have swords. Oh my gosh. And so I can picture the Paladin getting one little swoop and the hat of the Cavalier falls off, but then he, takes him down and he wins, and then he does a very cool puts his hat back on move like Indiana Jones style, and I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Oh. The best.
He has a nice
head
of hair under that hat.
Look at how dark his beard is, right? That's touch of gray nowhere in there, dude. He's got it all, and the hair matches. he's a legend.
Yeah, so number 4, Virginia and the Cavalier are moving on. Next up, we have number 6, Creighton and Billy Blue Jay. He's tough.
Cocky.
For a bird, he's intimidating. I would be afraid of him a little bit. Yep, he has that face. They are facing off against number 11, NC State, and they have 2 mascots, which will be a theme that we're going to see a lot that I didn't know existed before we started this. They have Mr. and
jealous.
Miss
I'm jealous of people who have the 2 mascots. I think that is it's pretty powerful, but I think it's a debate of, do you have 2 powerful mascots or do you have 2 kind of half, right? They're not, are they both weak links that tried to link up together? Does that make them strong? I don't know. I look into Billy Blue Jay's eyes and I see that little smile, that little smirk, he's chippy, he's chirpy and he's chippy, and I think he wants to get into little scuffles, and I'm not sure Mr. or Miss Wolf is really prepared for that. They seem a little prepared maybe for a prom or something.
They're weak. No offense to them, but Billy Blue Jays winning all the way. So our winner, number 6, Creighton and Billy Blue Jay, are moving on to the next round. Up next, this is a different pair of mascots. This kind of has a different vibe. Number 3, Baylor has Bruiser and Marigold,
Beautiful.
both brown bears, and they look tough as heck. I like them. They're cute enough that they're not scary, but they look like don't mess with us.
Have that
sort of.
Look of
they are facing.
We're a bear.
Yeah.
Hey, we're a bear.
Hey, we're a bear. They're facing number 14, UCSB, and they have Gaucho, who, in my opinion, is on the list of most disgusting-looking mascots ever. His teeth are yellow. His mustache takes up his whole face.
His hat makes a shadow among his face that is terrifying, but I don't think it's going to win any fights. If we were doing best butt chins of this draft,
No.
he would definitely win. He is easily the best butt chin. It's slightly dirty too, which always adds to it. And I just think the toughness. This is where, in the way that Mr. and Mrs. Wolf, the two just didn't, the two working together didn't seem like a powerful force. These two seem like they might be able to beat him up individually. So when you put them together, I mean, Marigold herself could, I think, take him down. It's like the Revenant. It's intense.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, number 3, Baylor. Bruiser and Marigold are moving on. Sorry, Gaucho. Next up, number 7, Missouri.
Cutest.
In my opinion, I don't know. There's some cute ones, but he might be the cutest. Truman the Tiger. His little innocent eyes and his face looks so soft. As far as tigers go, non-intimidating. I'd like to hug him. They are facing number 10, Utah State, and they have Big Blue. The blue...
It's
what would it be, like bison?
Yes, yeah. He's
not a bison,
he's
ox.
Beautiful. He's handsome. He's got a nose ring. He's cool, man. He's got those horns. You don't want to mess with him. He like permanently has on football gloves. He's always ready for a catch. I like Big Blue. Big Blue's my guy. One of my favorites. As much as Truman is just a sweetie. That's what we've kind of seen the theme of. There's a lot of cute ones, a lot of adorable ones, but we're not talking cute and adorable today. We're talking about fierce fighters taking down the other one.
Yep. Big Blue all the way. Truman, he's nonviolent. He would just forfeit the fight to begin with. He wouldn't even show up. He'll be at the library reading books to children.
Quality. Yeah,
where he belongs.
He's got that table.
Big Blue.
Yeah, he's goofy, but he's not.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So number 10, Utah State and Big Blue going on to the next round. Okay. Number 2, Arizona. Another pair of mascots. These look like they've been constructed less well than some of the other pairs that we've seen. I don't know how to say that. Yeah. Wilbur and Wilma from Arizona. They'll be taking on number 15, Princeton, and this is unfortunate. He has no name. He's just the Tiger. He's scary, though. He's very realistic.
I think Princeton did their research, as you would expect from an Ivy League school. I'm a little disappointed in the lack of name. You think some smarties like that could perhaps come up with some sort of alliterative name to go with Tiger, but perhaps they're too good for that, which I will allow because I can tell you what, Wilbur and Wilma are a couple Wildcats. Hey, alliteration, you did it, Arizona, but that's about all you did. These two are scary and not in a fighting way. This is a drunk grandpa and a girl who doesn't seem to want to even be with him, I would imagine. And the Tiger, the look in his eyes versus the look in their eyes, pretty much says it all, folks.
Yeah, okay, number 15, Princeton and the Tiger are moving on. And that concludes the South region. I feel like we have a pretty strong group here. We are going to continue on with the East region here in just a second.